I dang it, I only have 2 minutes to do this. Okay. Ender chest plate. It dropped an ender chest plate. It dropped an ender chest plate. Bro, I'm better than all these guys. Lol, everyone that's going here, they're trying to get their ender armor. Lol, and it was the chest plate. Lol, I'm so much better. Oh yeah, I took off my, yeah. I just took off, my resource pack, because it's kinda annoying. Because I can barely see anything in my inventory. So yeah, but dude, if we have enough time, then I have to sell this on the auction for a bunch of money. Okay. I just need to sell. I just need to, guys, just basics. It's just that you do. You get a rare drop. If you don't need it, because it's not useful to you, you sell it on the auction. You don't go and you're like, oh, I'm a hoard this. There are some people that do hoard it as like a collection or put it in a museum, or they just like it, or they just think it's nice to do, or like for some reason. But I don't need it. I don't. I really don't. This is actually already being like, these two have bids on them already, meaning if I just quickly, I'm gonna sell this like, I'll sell it for like 60k. 60k. And confirm. Boom. Ender chest plate. So, if we just sell an inventory, take this, gonna throw it away because I don't need it, and yeah, pretty much, yeah. I finally unlocked the, I don't think, yeah, I can't scroll that far, but I finally unlocked the recipe for, yeah, I did unlock the recipe for enchanted, slime balls. I unlocked it. So, my main minion over here, this is the main one that I use, because I think it makes the most money. I like it makes the most, yeah. It's level 5 now. It's level 5 now. But before this, I was actually grinding, so I guess I can just stream me grinding the Enderman on the island and stuff. Yeah. By the way, if we go over to combat, yeah. So we're at 16, but we're almost at 17. We're almost halfway to 17, to level 17. But we're not doing that for that. It's just the fact. Okay. The thing is, the reason that I'm grinding these Endermen is because, not because of bee theory or anything like that. It's because of the money that you make from them. Not from selling their stupid Ender pearls. That makes you no money. Okay? But from just killing them, you get 10 coins per kill. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's 10. Yeah, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually is a lot. And in a few minutes, you can make like 5k, which I know is not a good amount, but thumbs up by 10, 50k. If you do that 10 times, you've already got 50k. 2 hours, you got 50k. But still, not a lot. 50k cannot get you anything, but it's coins. You add that up. You do it 100 times. You get 500k. That can kind of buy you some stuff. You do it 1,000 times. You have 5 million coins. That can get you a lot. You do it 10,000 times for some stupid reason if you're actually that much of a grinder. Boom. You have 50 million coins. Which now, I'm not going to do that, but it's just a good way. It's just good for me. So, yeah. To me, it's nice. So yeah.
Is 10 mana, while the second one is 20, the third is 40, so on and so forth. Which is why this axe has ultimate wise 5. As you can see, it starts doing a lot of damage real quick.
Now imagine spamming this on Necron, with all the crazy multipliers and blessings you get in dungeons.
This very epic gamer right here wants to give me some contraband, but since I don't take it, I am gonna be giving this stuff away on my Discord. Discord.gg/interests. It's a very epic Discord, you should totally join. I really need these coins too. There will be 3 giveaways for this. One is gonna be for the Livid Dagger, the second one is going to be for the armor, and the third one is going to be for the Aspect of the End, the Personal Compactor, and the Voodoo Doll. And finally, the fourth one, which is going to be for the coins. There will be 3 winners, and each one will get 10 million coins. But until the winners are picked, I'm gonna be keeping the coins, because I'm gonna be doing floor 7, and if I want to do floor 7, I need at least 35 million. You know, in case I drop the handle. To be realistic, that will never happen, but it's better safe than sorry. Let me just put my Necron head on, get a dungeon potion just to be safe. Since last time, I actually got Burst 25 and Kata 26. Obviously, those levels are not impressive, but I think they're at least acceptable for floor 7. And also, Paul is currently the mayor, so even if we die more than 3 times, we're still gonna get S+. But I just want to see the difference in damage between the Axe of the Shredded and my Livid Dagger. Alright, with my Livid Dagger, I did 1.9 million, and with Axe of the Shredded, I do 1.3 million to skeletons. I want to test this on a zombie. Okay. Wait, they're saying blood is bug. Oh. Thank you, Hypixel. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, there's a frozen adventure here. Okay, this is my chance to test the new armor. Okay, nope. Yeah, maybe not. To be fair, the dungeon just started and I have no blessings. Alright, time for the boss fight. I actually learned what happens during this phase, by the way. Some of your party members are supposed to get those crystals up there and put them down there. And then you bring Necron to that laser thing, and you move on to the next phase. Oh, and also, I'm smart enough to use a Bonzo head during this phase now, so that's an improvement. There we go, now we can damage it. Death. I should have probably switched to my Necron head so that I did more damage, but I would rather not die. Bruh. What? How did it not get crushed? Now it gets crushed? What? I don't know about you guys, but that was pretty quick for me. Oh, and also, Badlion added solvers for this.
Oh, come on.
So yeah, Terminal is 20 times easier with solvers. That is indeed a fact. See, I don't have to think anymore. Come on. Not only did they add solvers for the terminal, by the way, they also added profit calculator. So yeah, I'm not gonna miss on profits anymore. Oh, I can do parkour. And time for the last phase. We might actually finish this in less than 20 minutes. Wait, do I have... Oh my god, I had my Bonzo head on. I mean, it's good, but I need damage right now. I can just throw them at him. I don't want to go there because it can just explode and kill all of us in one shot. How is it still alive? Alright, there we go. S plus. This is the profit calculator. Oh, this chest is actually profit? I guess I'll take it then, because the other ones didn't really have anything. Well, I guess the millions of coins and the countless hours I spent grinding Slayers actually paid off. I think I did pretty well that run. I didn't die a single time, I did a pretty decent amount of damage, I didn't die a single time, and most importantly, we got an S+. It's true that Paul kind of carried us, but ignore that please. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, gamers, and thanks to my channel members. And I'll see you later. Peace.
Can you not?
Having high-level skills in Skyblock is one of the best ways to show your dedication to the game. You can put in hours upon hours of work only to receive a slight stat increase, but over time, those small stats start to build up and become pretty noticeable and can make a huge difference in gameplay. Today, my goal was to get as many level 50 skills I could by doing the least amount of work possible, and let's just say, I did pretty alright. If you at all enjoy my adventure, be sure to sub and like for more game-breaking content. So yeah, enjoy the video. So this story starts all the way back on New Year's Eve. You see, I've been playing Skyblock since its release, and I was beginning to feel a little bit burnt out. So I decided I'd take a break, stream some SMP Earth for a bit, and it was pretty fun, you know, but eventually I had accomplished everything I wanted to, so after about 2 months, I made my return to Skyblock. I didn't miss much while I was gone, there wasn't any big update or anything, except for the fact that you could get combat XP while being completely AFK. The way it worked is that you would place down some gas minions and hop in an AFK pool while wearing a vampire mask, and because of the hat's passive ability would damage mobs, you would get combat XP whenever they die. Now the first time I saw this, I was still on my break, and I logged into Skyblock and saw every single one of my island members AFKing with hats on. And instead of looking into it, I went and logged off. And looking back, I really regret that I didn't ask about it, because that farm could get you combat 50 in just a few weeks. Now when I first heard about this, I was kind of upset. I was only combat level 27 at the time, so that meant people were able to deal twice as much damage as me, all because they AFK'd. But it wasn't doing me any good to sit and cry about it, so I put it behind me and I just moved on. But that all changed when the pets update was released. You see, everyone wanted to craft legendary pets, including us, and to do that you needed a lot of eggs. We made a farm that was pretty alright, it looked cool, but it wasn't really that efficient. But 30virus showed off his farm that uses a fishing rod and a pufferfish hat, which was triple the speed of ours, so we decided to copy it. Alright, it seems to be working.
Can't we just use gas instead of chickens?
Wait.
Oh. But it wasn't as easy as just replacing the chicken minions with gas, mostly because the pufferfish hat wouldn't give combat XP. So we had to test out a few new designs. We started off trying to make a fishing rod AFK pool, but for some reason the bobber kept getting stuck, even when there were no blocks around it, so that didn't work. But we eventually came up with a design that uses a cobblestone minion and a cobble generator to allow water to flow down, but then quickly get blocked off. So if I throw my rod into here and wait for the water to flow, the water will lift up the rod, and if I put a gas minion down, the rod will actually go up the water, hit the gas, and give me XP. It works! And after a couple more changes, this farm was able to make around 3.1 million combat XP per day. There were definitely ways to make it faster, but it didn't matter. A few days after we made the farm, the admins made a change to fishing rods that only allowed them to be cast for 30 seconds. This was to nerf 30's egg farm, but at the same time, they unknowingly patched our combat XP method. But we weren't going to give up that easily. We figured that since there was one AFK combat farm that wasn't discovered yet, there might be more out there. So after looking around for a bit, we stumbled across Cactus Armor. Cactus Armor has this ability that rebounds 33% of the damage you take back at your enemy. So that meant if a ghast fireballed me, he would also take damage without me doing anything. So I took our old farm, cut a hole in the wall, and put an AFK pool down. Now this isn't your normal AFK pool, this one is way more advanced. In each of the corners we have teleport pads. Now what these do is that they change the direction that you're facing. In order to get any skill XP, you have to be moving your head, and this is just a little way around that. This was used in the vampire mask and the rod farm as well, I just forgot to mention it. Now there's still one big flaw with this farm. Over time you will lose health and eventually die. So to try and counter this, I put 40 hot potato books on my cactus armor, I set up some beacons with regen and resistance, I got my zombie slayer up to 8 for the plus 50% natural regen perk, and I was holding a reaper falchion which gives me plus 10 10 HP per hit, and it still wasn't enough to keep me alive. So you might be wondering why dying is such a big problem. I mean, it's not hard to put yourself back in the farm, so why am I mentioning it? Well, the problem is that we can't use combat XP boost potions because when you die, you lose all potion effects. And because of this, our farm was instantly 30% slower, bringing our total to around 1.9 million XP per day, which compared to our last farm is huge, and it really took a hit on my quest to combat 50. But once again, this farm was short-lived. People were checking my stats and they were able to see what armor I was wearing and they saw my gas kills going up. Then put 2 and 2 together and you find out about the combat XP method. Then forum posts started popping up and this one in particular was getting a lot of attention. And a couple hours after that post was created, Cactus Armor stopped giving XP. But it still did. Cactus Armor still gave combat XP, and it wasn't because the patch didn't work. It was all because of thorns. So even though we technically still could use Cactus Armor, we decided it would be better to swap to a different armor set that had thorns, and just humor the fact that Cactus Armor was fixed so no one would look into it further. I set aside my hot potato book Cactus Armor and replaced it with my superior set that already had thorns on it. The good thing is that we didn't need to make any adjustments to the farm because the only thing that changed was the armor, but now that I'm in superior, it's pretty much impossible to die, meaning that I can use potions again, and that instantly boosted our combat XP gain to around 2.4 million XP per day. This was also around the time that I found out that Cactus Armor and Thorns were a known way of getting combat XP, but nobody used it because it was too inefficient. I looked around a bit and I found people that were using Cactus Armor and only getting 200k XP a day. When I asked to see their farms, they showed me a farm like this. A huge obsidian box with ghast minions scattered throughout. And the reason this is so inefficient is because if you AFK here and the box is filled with ghast, if the ghast in the very back wants to shoot you, he's gonna shoot this ghast, and it just becomes this whole mess of ghast accidentally shooting each other, and the only one that you could possibly get combat XP from is this one in the front. But even then, it's still a coin flip whether you or the ghast behind you will kill it. But with our farm, all the ghast spawn in the exact same block, and that makes it so that the fireballs will never hit another ghast. How has no one else thought of this? There are much smarter people in this community, and it took an idiot like me 2 seconds to realize that this was a massive flaw and find a way around it. The following 2 weeks were pretty uneventful. I only lost 1 superior helmet to ghast fireballs, so I'd say we're doing alright. I also invested into crafting a hunter ring which gave +5 combat XP, which will really add up over time. The only downside is that it cost 40 million coins to craft, making it one of the most expensive talisman in the game. But if it meant I was gonna get more combat XP, I'll do whatever it takes. Another thing I forgot to mention, our farm doubles as an AFK pet leveler, and the pet that we chose to level up is the wolf pet. The wolf pet is a pet that's meant for Wolf Slayer with its damage reduction and extra crit damage, but it also has a third perk that's perfect for our needs, combat XP boost. You might be looking at it and thinking that a 0.3% boost isn't that much, but the more you level up the pet, the bigger the boost gets, and at level 100, you get a free 30% XP boost. Now when I first started, I had a level 1 wolf pet, and over the weeks, it's been slowly leveling up. Alright, my wolf is currently level 99 and a few kills away from 100. Hey, level 100, and I got an achievement. Alright, I think the plan here is to sell this and get free money, and I'll just start leveling up another pet, and it should be close to level 100 by the time I get combat 50. Alright, so I auctioned the pet and I listed it for 3 days. Average price for them at the time was around 45 to 50 million, so I just wanted to be safe and make sure I could get that. A day goes by and somebody bids 50 million, and I'm happy with that, and I log in the next day. I'm AFK watching YouTube or something, and somebody bids the funny numbers. Completely overpaying, but I don't care, I just made a lot of money. I get up for 5 minutes, I go downstairs, I come back, and somebody bid 370 million. It's literally at the top of the auction house. Once the bid ended, I partied him to see if it was an accidental bid or something, but instead he gives me the pet back and then just leaves the party without saying anything else. So I get the pet and 370 mil, and we couldn't even hold that much. I had to go and upgrade our bank because I knew if I'd be walking around with 150 mil, I'd probably lose it. A couple days later, I wake up at my normal time of 6 p.m. to find I was disconnected overnight. Nothing unusual, I log back in, run over to the AFK pool, and bonus, earn 20% more skill experience. This was a part of the out of school play our server thing, which happened at a really good time because it meant I had to do 20% less AFKing because now our farm made an extra 500k, bringing the total up to 2.9 million combat XP per day. We were so close to reaching 3 mil a day, but I'd done all the optimizations I could bother with. I mean, an easy one that I could have done was replace all the enchanted lava buckets with foul flesh in every minion. That would have easily put us over, but foul flesh is expensive and we're broke, so I decided not to. But then I had a breakthrough. I was talking to a friend who was trying to figure out my gas farm design, and he asked me the question, are you using suffocation or cactus? Now, I had been using suffocation to help lower the health of gas so it dies faster, and I thought about using cactus, but I figured they both did the same thing. But apparently, cactus has this neat feature where if you damage a mob and it dies on the cactus, you still get the combat XP. Now, this was huge because some of the gas were dying from suffocation instead of thorns, which was an issue, but with this cactus feature, it solved both problems and boosted the farm efficiency by 25%, which now totals to over 3.6 million combat XP per day. This farm was now powerful enough to get a player from combat level 0 to 50 in just over 2 weeks. I had taken a known method that everyone had just disregarded and made it into one of the most broken AFK farms on the server. So it's been like a month and a half since I first started using the combat XP farms, and I've gone from combat 27 all the way to 46, which is really good, but it would still take me another month just to get combat 50 from AFK. The reason it's taking so long is because it's not just me going for combat 50, it's the rest of my co-op too. So I ended up sharing the farm with them, and that meant I was getting less combat XP per day. But I was getting impatient. I can't spend another month AFK in combat. There's much better things I could be doing. Plus the 20% skill boost is still active and I want to take advantage of that while I can. So I made a slight adjustment to our farm so that I can use a fishing rod to kill the ghast. But hey, whoa. I'm not gonna pull a tabor and use a macro. No. Instead, I'm just gonna get a wireless mouse and tape it to my hand so I can be holding down right click while I sleep. Okay, I actually think that might be bannable. But in the end, I decided to just watch the entire Star Wars saga while holding down right click. I left a couple signs for any staff members that might spectate me and mistake me for macroing, and just to be safe, I recorded the entire time with hand cam. I'm not risking anything, man. Oh, and just to give you some stats, this farm makes around 450k XP an hour, which is a major step up from our AFK farm, which is only around 150k an hour. Did a cube just walk in the farm when it's not even active? Alright, dude, 1 hour left until I'm free. Oh, hey, finally. I've wasted so much of my life just to deal a little bit more damage to mobs. This was not worth it. I sat here for 30 hours in the past 2 days, dude. I'm just so glad it's finally over. I can finally sleep. But sadly, this isn't where it ends. I still had more skills to max. An easy one to get was alchemy. It's not too exciting. You just brew enchanted sugarcane for an hour or so. And it wasn't that expensive either. At the beginning of Skyblock, I manually farmed my way up to alchemy 32, and it only cost me like another 40 mil to hit level 50. The next skill I went for is enchanting, and if you thought alchemy was boring and expensive, then you're not gonna like this one. To start, it costs around 100 mil worth of grand XP bottles, and the best way to get these is to buy the resources from the bazaar and craft them yourself. Then here's the fun part. You have to spend the next few days doing nothing but enchanting books, and the amount of time it takes is really dependent on your ping. Because the higher ping you have, the longer it takes to open the enchant table. Now for me, I've got around 40 MS and it only took me around 20 hours to hit enchanting 50, but my co-op member Jin, who averages around 350 MS, spent easily 50 hours on it. Here's a side-by-side comparison of our speeds. For every 1 book Jin enchants, I've already done 2. And now that I have both enchanting and alchemy 50, I have a base intelligence of over 200, which I believe is one of the highest you can get. Now the final skill I decided to level up is farming, and this time I had a good reason. I found out that it was possible for me to get more health than my co-op member Hasko. Now I understand this doesn't seem that interesting, but hear me out. For some reason Hasko put himself through getting all of his slayers to level 9, which gives a bonus HP of I think 11. While my slayers are a bit lacking. Now for any normal person, the only way to get that HP.
We're doing a check for how many subs I've got. We're checking the amount of subs. Bro, no way. Bro, no way, dude. No, G trippin'. 100 subs. Oh, I need to tell every single one of my friends. Yo, 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 yo. Let's go. Let's go. Actually, Pog. Actually, though. Like, actually, this Pog is actually Pog is so good. This is so good, dude. But
Is actually to do the Slayers, but I had a way around that. Do you remember back when the park was released and with it came brand new fairy souls? Well, when it was first introduced, it was actually possible to get glitched fairy souls. The reason for this is because the admin team might have forgotten to remove the 6 fairy souls you had already claimed on the old island. Now, me being the fairy soul man made my video on the new locations, and whenever I was claiming my bonus, I realized this bug and I reported it immediately and it got fixed. Now, the reason this is important is because I still have those 6 extra fairy souls, which is enough for me to claim the new rewards. And with that came plus 22 HP. So now all I had to do was get farming 50. And so over 100 hours and 6 million pumpkins later, it was finally time. Wait.
oh, what's an instant?
Hey, farming 50. Thank God. Suck it, Baka boy. Haskell obviously wasn't too happy with this, and I mean, I would be too if I grinded my Slayers to max and someone that came up and clicked a couple heads before I did got better rewards. He tried to overtake me by doing fishing, but I wouldn't let that happen and did the same, and I think that's when he realized he wasn't going to win this. So currently, with the exception of Potato Boy, my entire co-op has at least 3 level 50 skills, but I have 4 and Haskell is closing in on his 5th. Not all of this was cheap either, and together we've spent upwards of 800 million coins on skills, and now we're pretty broke. So since I had an extra one of these laying around, I might as well try and get something for it. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this episode of Breaking Skyblock. If you enjoyed, go ahead and subscribe. We're closing in on 200k. Also, I have a Twitter you can follow and more videos you can watch, so yeah, see ya.
Speed. I am speed. I eat losers for breakfast. I'm faster than fast, quicker than quick. I am lightning.
This is going to be a bit of a different video. Let me give you some context. 6 months ago, myself and a couple friends set out to find as many Skyblock exploits as we could in a single week. Turns out, there was a surprising amount of them, enough for an admin to take notice of our work and reward us with our own exclusive custom item, the Game Annihilator. At first, we were only given one to share as a group, but a few months later, the other contributors got Game Annihilators of their own, currently the only 4 to exist on the entire server. From there, we formed a group known as the Official Player QA Team, a team focused on finding and reporting as many Skyblock exploits as we possibly could. So if your favorite item is ever disabled, I'm sorry in advance. Now, I mentioned this video would be different, but I've covered Skyblock bugs on my channel in the past, so where exactly am I going with this? Well, hypothetically, what if there was an exploit that worked not only in Skyblock, but across the entire network? I'm talking about an exploit with the power to ruin every single game on Hypixel. But that's just a hypothetical, right?
Me and this guy are both like racing together. Oh goodness, no.
A few weeks ago, I got a message from my friend Treox, another skilled glitch hunter, asking if I wanted to help him look into a server crash that was giving him a bit of trouble. Now, spoiler alert, we didn't get the crash working, but that's only because I found something a little bit better. So you see, I got a bit sidetracked and started playing around with some other menus, just to see if there was anything there. And that's when I stumbled upon Hypixel Replay, a feature available to all ranked players that was released all the way back in March of 2020. Essentially, this is just replay mod built into Hypixel, so if you want to go back and view your recent games or share them with a friend or whatever, you can do that. So where exactly does this exploit come from? Did I find a way to keep items from previous replays? Maybe a way to play a game and watch the replay at the same time? Well, I'll let Pastio show you.
I'm not done with this Bruh, actually, how am I gonna get back? I think I went back.
Wait, I found a new I found a new item. I found a new item.
What?
There's
You
no
did?
way. I did.
What?
Wait, I'm sharing my screen.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Now, it doesn't look like much, but taking that single gray die out of that menu led to the discovery of one of Hypixel's most game-breaking exploits. But I didn't realize that right away. You see, in Skyblock, there's a small community based around collecting glitched items and putting them on display in museums. Now, I come from this community, and I can say that new item discoveries like this are few and far between. So when I uncovered something that had laid undiscovered for well over a year, I was a little bit excited. But it wouldn't take long to realize two things. One, why are we restricting ourselves to just this gray die? Certainly, if we can take this item out, what's stopping us from taking out the others? And two, this isn't specifically a Skyblock menu, so could we find a way to open this in other game modes? Well, the answer to both these questions is yes. It turns out you can take any item out of this menu. The golden apple, the diamond sword, the fishing rod, but most importantly, the close barrier. Now, opening the replay menu is incredibly easy as well. All you have to do is /games. Now, all that paired with a method to take multiple items out at once, we were set. Let's go see what this thing can do. Oh, these guys have no idea. He's hopping. He's hopping. You know, I'm not gonna go in the middle of that. Even though I can just head away. You know, I'm just gonna... Nope. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Oh, he got banned too. That guy was hopping too. Hey man, you know, you can have that. You can have that. I'm gonna go TNT 0. There's like mods here banning people, and I'm here using a tube, and they have no idea. You ready? You ready? There's actually not that much TNT. I thought it was a lot more.
It's still going.
Oh, that man has no idea. Yo, Hopper got banned. Let's go celebrate. Let's go celebrate.
Just go swoop and get some diamond gear. Deal.
Wait, I'm actually dying. Wait, I can't die with this. I can't die with this. Stop running from me. Do you know what I have? I have a stack of heads. He's scared of me. Nom 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 nom. Hey. This is a drive by. Go. Go, my child. I probably shouldn't have done that.
Just keep eating speed to heads. Bored. How are you comboing?
How are you destroying him?
Hurry up and despawn, holy.
Yeah, it's very, very quick.
I thought it was 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
No, it's despawning now. There we go. So, this didn't go entirely according to plan. The idea was to encase myself in barriers at 0-0, then just chug gapples in front of people. But, turns out you can't get barriers in UHC. My guess is that it's some protection against taking out the barriers from the forge, but I don't really know. One thing I am really upset about is the fact that we were so close to being able to spawn withers. We could easily dupe soul sand for a mega...
Bruh, sounds like okay. Wait, why shit? We're gonna prank my friend. And she's not joining. Bruh.
walls, and the idea was to get Wither Skulls from Vampire Z. But for some reason, that game just didn't work with replays, which really confuses me because a few of the other classic games worked. You could get TKR, Paintball, and Quakecraft, but for some reason, Vamp Z just isn't supported. Which, now that I think about it, might actually be a good thing, because you already know, if I was able to get Wither Skulls, there would be quite a bit of chaos. Anyway, moving on. The Pit. A game I'm honestly not at all familiar with. The only thing I could even possibly do here is spawn in a diamond sword and some healing to maybe help me in battle, but even then, that gear pales in comparison to the people with god sets who have the ability to one-tap me with their fists. So I was just gonna get a few sets of these menu items to keep, and then I was gonna call it there. But that's when Treox got a message from the biggest collector in Pit, who had somehow found out that we had these new exclusive items. He for some reason thought that we'd just be willing to give up the method for free, and after refusing that, he started offering to trade us some of his glitched Pit items for our replay menu items. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen any of these glitched Pit items, but they're basically just vanilla Minecraft blocks that an admin dropped out of the creative menu. Compare that to ours, which have unique lore and even the ability to put any custom message we want on the housing door simply by changing our housing name. But even though our items were in a completely different world than his, it didn't stop him from trying to convince us to give him some. I remember at one point he was laughing about how we gave him enough info and he was going to go find it on his own, and then he came back a few minutes later asking for a hint. But enough about that, it's time to have some real fun. Bed Wars, a game where you fight to break the enemy team's bed while simultaneously protecting your own bed from attackers using the blocks available in the item shop. But if you remember, we have barriers, giving us an unbreakable bed defense, meaning we realistically can't lose. Anyone want to start a win streak? Also sold in the item shops are bows, which are pretty expensive, but for good reason. Having the ability to attack a player from well out of their reach is nothing short of overpowered, which is exactly why I spawned in a bow and some arrows 20 seconds into the start of the game. Oh, and I also got a fishing rod, but I'll show more on that later. Because right now we have to talk about the bed. Now, at first, this might seem harmless. I mean, what could you really do with a bed? I remember seeing a video a few years ago of an admin respawning a team by placing down a bed, but that appears to not work anymore. So I thought, what if we make a bed defense out of beds? Maybe the enemy will get confused and not know which is the real one. And I'll let you see how that went. There's a team coming, Where'd he go? Oh wait, they can destroy any bed. Huh? That's dumb. Wait, so does that mean... Wait, I have an idea. Wait, let me kill this creeper first. Can I go to someone's base, place a bed, then break it? You're looking at my screen share?
Yeah. Let's see if it works. Oh, wait, try mining the top half. Oh, it works. Are you recording this?
I am, yeah.
Oh my god.
Now tell me that is not the most broken thing you've seen in this game. By placing down a bed in the enemy team's base, it just completely nullifies any defense that they have. Oh, is that an obsidian defense? Nah. Now, of course, all these other items work as well. You could create the most beautiful bed defense using the blocks from Pit, Build Battle, and CVC. Of course, you could get the diamond sword, the gapple, and the TNT. Those were on the more useful end of things, seeing how they're actually sold in the item shop. Actually, I'm looking at this list now. I wonder if throwing the snowball would spawn silverfish, because technically it's the same item as the bed bug. I really wish I tested that. I have a feeling it would work, but I didn't realize it until now.
One at the front of the bed.
Come
One at the front of the bed, right there, right there.
Put it.
Let me just see one more on top of the bed. Just one more on top of the bed.
Go. Hey guys, do you guys want to go to the stronghold? It's that.
Yo, free Ender Eye.
Back into our base and just let them come down onto the island.
They can't do it. Get him!
Are you able to get anything?
No. Alright, I put a trap from middle. No. I put a trap from middle, so if they run, they're gonna hit the barriers and fall in the void.
Yo, I'm gonna try Neo. I got this. Oh,
Watch.
oh, he's gonna go to open
back,
like a
back,
bitch.
back. Just back. They pearl.
Oh!
Two of them fell for it. We didn't win the game. Don't worry, I'm not that evil. I'm not gonna abuse that hard. But admittedly, I did a terrible job of recording the few games that we did. But luckily, I played a bit with my friend Nightbot, who made his own video out of it. So if you want to check it out, I'll link it at the end of this video. Also, I just want to clown on him real quick.
Wait, can I voice this? Okay, no, I can't. Okay.
So yeah, check his video out at the end. Now, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and around 12 hours after originally finding the replay menu method, I partied my good friend Hasko for one last game of Bed Wars. And without telling him exactly what was happening, I joined a game. When I threw out the items, he was a bit surprised. I don't think this is at all what he expected. Now, after a few minutes of messing with players, I sacrificed our bed and handed over the method. Later that day, a game update rolled throughout the entire server, bringing an end to one of Hypixel's biggest exploits. Now when you try to take items out, it returns with an error instead. It's officially patched. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Hello gamers, and welcome back to another Hypixel Skyblock. Hello gamers, and welcome to the first ever episode of the brand new Golden Man profile. Because yes, that's what I decided to call it. It may sound stupid, but I like it. In case you don't know what's going on, allow me to explain. I challenged myself on my main profile.
Recently, a YouTuber called Fundy made a plugin to make Minecraft way harder, and it was said to be impossible to beat. If you move, you die. If you stop, you die. Skeletons have lasers, creepers are fast, there are hostile axolotls and foxes that can kill you in 2 hits. Getting wood will get you punished, eating is forbidden, touching or placing water kills you. You have to protect a dumb and weak cat all the way to the end, and the dragon is stupidly strong. No one would want to try and beat this. So, Fundy added a prize. Whoever was first to beat it would win $2,000. I hadn't uploaded for a while, and money tends to be useful. Here's my journey to rob Fundy. First, I had to find something that would give me an edge on everyone. I already had some simple strats such as tower and dig a hole to trap mobs, but that wasn't enough. So I checked the rules. Over the span of 2021, Minecraft has seen a lot of presents. This all started with the famous YouTuber Dream getting trapped on his own server. This encouraged many players around the world to build their own prison. Everyone gave it a try, and competition made things go at an incredible pace. This fascinating subject allowed for many discoveries. Each new prison claimed to be better than the last. Let me take you on a journey for the perfect prison. As I said, this all started on the Dream SMP, Minecraft roleplay server where the owner is imprisoned in Pandora's Vault. Pandora's Vault is a prison made by Awesome Dude and Dream himself, who, without knowing it, laid the foundations for every next prison. It features a cell surrounded by lava, thousands of obsidian blocks, tons of cold shacks, elbow gardens, and much more. At first, it seemed inescapable, but after less than 2 days, the first escape plan was released. Seeing just how fast a prison which required 3 months of work has been thwarted, we began to ask ourselves, does the perfect prison even exist? To answer this question, we first need to define what a perfect prison is. Some might say that it has to be open to visitors and not hurt the prisoner. In short, the prisoner's physical and mental health have to be respected. Others might say that only security matters. I'm okay with both, but from a solely technical point of view, all we want is for the prisoner to be locked in forever. So, a perfect prison is an inescapable one. But what makes a prison escapable? To help us understand, I've listed every fundamental point a perfect prison has to follow. You shouldn't be able to hit yourself and respawn outside, get help from another player, use a non-repel stasis chamber, smuggle items in, or break any blocks. Has anyone done the perfect prison? Or will anyone build it? Let's take a look at history, shall we? The first notable person to take on this challenge was Teen Sven. After watching a video on how to escape Pandora's Vault, he thought to himself,
I bet I can do better.
and that's just what he did. He spent 2 weeks building Poseidon's Vault and uploaded a video about it, expecting to get between 5 to 1000 views. That's where he was wrong. But what made it better than Pandora's Vault? The main factor was the cell. Did he use obsidian? Maybe bedrock? No, he decided to go with cobblestone. Now you might call it dumb until you realize that after 4 hours of punching, the block is back. This is done using the Skyblock player's favorite contraption, the cobblestone generator. When a gap appears, it gets filled. A cell with unbreakable walls. Surely, no one will escape out of that. Mithridac, an escaping master, declared war on the 16th of March 2021. He showed to the world why this prison was bad and how he could escape it. Teen Sven instantly got to work, but he wasn't alone this time. He had the help of a player named Obama Man and a redstone genius called the Death Creeper. Together, they would make a truly inescapable prison, Hades' Vault. Every flaw that was abused to escape Poseidon's Vault was fixed. But this time, the community was prepared. In less than a day after its release, it was escaped. Even I made a little video about it. But the true GOAT is still Mithridac, who escaped it by himself with no outside help. Good thing he's trained for this, because the next 2 prisons will simply exile the prisoner. Poseidon's Vault was made by Mining Blob. It's pretty much the same as Hades' Vault, but with no way to bring in items from the outside. But the true upgrade was a multitude of what we call chunk bands. A Minecraft chunk is a 16 by 16 area, going all the way from bedrock to build limit. If you overload it with data, it'll kick any player getting near it. And don't even think about going above or under it. This thing has no height nor depth limit. It is simply impossible to traverse. But that didn't stop Mithridac. As I said, he can't bring items in, but this legend took all he needed directly from the prison and escaped with only a barrel and a sign. Now onto Jensen's design. He went for something very cruel, yet optimal. And as much as I hate it, no real flaws have been found about his concept. In Minecraft, there is a set number of end portals, 128 to be precise. Since it's the only way to enter the end dimension, Mojang made sure it was unbreakable. This was without counting on the player's obsession with achieving the impossible. Mushrooms, they're tiny and insignificant, but if you grow one, it becomes big and most importantly solid. If there were any transparent blocks in its way, such as, I don't know, a portal to another dimension, it'll replace it. And that's all Jensen needed. For his prison, he would go out and break every end portal but one far away. Then he'd make the prisoner enter the dimension and break the last entry to this other world, doing its name justice. The end. So, is this a perfect prison? Actually, no. Jensen's design has one flaw, and it's the absence of a real prison for his concept. Everything is very theoretical, at least for now. Also, and even though it is okay according to our definition, isn't banning the end making you worse than the prisoner? We've gone over 5 prisons. If you think that was a lot, let me tell you that we've barely scratched the surface. History hasn't given us a perfect prison yet, so why not make one ourselves? Remember this fundamental list in the beginning? We're gonna use it. Our new goal is to cross off everything. Put on your lab coat, we're going to experiment. Let's first address the killing yourself tactic. If this one works, it's only because people manage to bring in items. So if we take care of that, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. To make sure the suspect doesn't have items, we usually kill check them. This idea works wonderfully, but as if everyone wanted their prison to be escapable, they never do it right before the prisoner enters the cell. The way you enter is usually with a bed. Because of the way they work, they can respawn you in a box. So the best way to make a prison item-proof is simply to, instead of letting the prisoner sleep in the bed, you make them die after setting the spawn point. The way you can do this is by trapping a monster near the bed. Usually, we hate to see this message, but not this time. Whether it's night or day, the prisoner can't sleep. However, they can set their spawn point and get killed to enter the cell. We did it! Item smuggling and suicide escapes are officially impossible. Wow, fixing these issues seems pretty easy. What's next? Here we are. The reason why I'm even making this video in the first place. The unfixable issue. A concept so unstable and unpredictable that nobody can comprehend it. Let me introduce you to the power of friendship. You as a guard can control the prisoner. However, you cannot control their contacts. It may have been easy to make it inescapable alone, but making it breaking proof looks impossible. So far, we haven't had to bother with strategies regarding items, because we can easily clear the prisoner's inventory. But a saver from the outside can have every single item in the game. This prison war has lasted a pretty long time, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of waiting. As we know, a random player who wants to save the prisoner has a lot of ways to do it. Withers, bedrock breaking techniques, infiltration, and more. These methods are good, but depend on an element as unstable as the prisoner's friend. Guards. To make things simple, we're gonna say that if you get caught by a guard, the plan is invalid. This means stealth is key, and from my experience, I know exactly what to do. We're gonna use ender pearls to their full potential. To make the player land on blocks instead of getting buried when an ender pearl reaches the ground, Mojang made it so they teleport your feet at the coordinates it hits. Also, they're thrown from the player's head. You see where this is going? I throw a pearl. My feet go up to my head, which also went up by a block. Repeat this process and you can go up solid walls and roofs. In my last video, I saved my imaginary friend from Hades' vault using this exact mechanic. If we somehow find a way to make an unpearlable pattern, friend's help can be crossed off our list. First of all, pearling through a roof relies on 3 factors: the hitbox, the block phased, and the falling speed. When it comes to the hitbox, you basically have to be standing at all times. If you happen to crawl, you're stuck. The block you're facing has to have a surface to stand on. And finally, the falling speed. This is a bit of a tricky one. It only applies if there is no surface to land on. When you pearl up, there is a fraction of a second when you can see the next layer. Depending on how fast you're falling, you can throw another pearl to reach the next floor. The way we're going to experiment is by trying our best not only to build a perfect prison, but also to make a perfect escape plan. My small brain alone won't cut it, so I'm gonna have to get some help from far and wide. Expect to see some unknown faces, and maybe some familiar ones. On a quest for knowledge, I joined Jensen's Discord server and contacted the man himself. I told him I could pearl through any roof, and he immediately proved me wrong. What if the prison was built at the bottom of the world, just on top of bedrock? Usually, bedrock is not very hard to pearl through. People do it a lot to go on the nether's route. But this time, I couldn't place any block under here. I needed to break bedrock to go under the prison. But once here, I was stuck. I tried using elytras to pearl up, but it didn't work because I wasn't in my standing animation. And then I remembered this trick. You can place your shulker in the void. The way you do it is by exploding an upside down shulker while falling. I was planning on pearling from here when it suddenly hit me. No, I mean literally hit me. The shulker shot his thing and I started levitating. This was my chance. My falling speed was reversed, which meant I didn't need a surface to land on. This was perfect. My head hit the bedrock. I pearled up and it worked. I was very proud of myself. But it was far from done. A few hours later, he gave me this new challenge. In this design, banners made it impossible to place blocks, and the roof was too high for my pearls to reach. It took me 4 hours of learning and mostly trying random stuff, but I found a way, and I named it La Spiderman. If you crouch and walk forward while purling onto a wall, you'll get stuck in it, allowing you to climb it like a spider. He then gave me more patterns, but I managed to go through all of them. Here is a montage of some of his ideas.
Subcheck 100. We're still at 100. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Cristiano Ronaldo fish. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Reeves. I can't believe I'm willingly playing Skyblock. I'm not having fun, of course, but like, yeah. As soon as you start playing Skyblock, like the second that you get decent at the game, even if you're not decent, but in your eyes you're like good, then you're like the rest of your life. Skyblock. Yeah, that's basically what happens, dude. And now I'm addicted because that happened to me. Like, bro, I had no homework today. Like, if I had homework, I wouldn't be doing this right now. I wouldn't be live right now. Kind of obvious though, so yeah. Deposit my entire purse, 101k. Let's go. Okay. So there's nothing else I can do. If and then, so you placed, okay. Now, I'm gonna do that and I'm AFK on my own. I don't know why I'm AFKing, because AFKing wouldn't help if I'm on my own. But I guess I'm doing it. So I'm just gonna leave the stream like going, and I'm just gonna like AFK. The rest of the stream is gonna be me AFK. Okay. So if you don't want to see me AFK, because no one's gonna be talking, I'm not gonna put a video on. Okay. Then just click off. Click off right now. Go. Leave. 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 Okay, if you're still here, then cool. Cool, and you're cool. I haven't like started doing anything though. Yeah. Yeah. No one is anyway gonna like rewatch this. This is probably gonna get no views like all the other ones. There's no people watching it. So go here. Let's see. Nope. And oh, I do not have any coal. Why do I not have any coal? Bruh, am I gonna have to go and get a bit like out of my I can just buy torches anyway. If he doesn't sell torches, then I'm gonna sue someone. Okay, 181k. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna have homework though, so I won't be streaming. Imagine I drop out of school so that I can do this. Actually, I'm joking. I would not do that. School is, to me, it's fun. Listen to me. Listen to me, why? Okay? The reason that school is so fun is because I have friends. I don't know if you guys have friends. You guys probably have friends. I don't know. Maybe you're one of those kids. Maybe you're the quiet kid. Our quiet kid and no Takubega. Yeah. He has friends, but he doesn't hang out with them since he's like a really quiet person. You can barely hear him. He's never gotten in trouble. He never gets in detention. He's always so nice. He'll just, yeah. He's just a really good kid. And you know, like one of those people, like they always say, the quiet kid, like when you're friends with the quiet kid, like he has a gun or something. No, quiet kids aren't like that. Bruh, this guy 1.5 mil. I would have paid for it if it was like 50k. Then I might have paid for it. Because it's a maxed out slime minion, but no. Nah, G trippin'. Nah, G trippin' though. Like, what the fuck, G trippin'. Oh, it's a snow minion. Never mind. That guy's gonna be like, never mind it. Sorry. Bruh, look at Jerry over there telling me there's a new update. Bruh, you look at Jerry. Bro. Okay, so when it becomes nighttime, for when it's nighttime, okay? Just gonna place as many torches as I can so that no mobs will spawn. I know, it doesn't look good, but this is how I'm gonna observe my farm, okay? Okay? This is how I'm gonna be. Yeah, it's just gonna look like this, yeah. Okay, here we go. Just gonna something over here. Yeah. Here we go. And we're gonna place these in there. Dang it, I need to build the AFK. I need to build the thing that I need to AFK. Oh, getting back all the wood. Oh, and I'm gonna need a water bucket. I'm gonna need a water bucket. Bruh, I don't even know where the builder NPC is. I don't even know where he is. Bruh, I have no what. I have a water bucket. I have a water bucket in one of my chests. I don't know how I got that. I do not know how, because maybe I just found a builder NPC and for some stupid reason bought it. I don't know. I don't know why I would buy water back in that day. Like, I did not know anything about Skyblock. I did not know that you were meant to even grind Skyblock. I did watch, like, what Technoblade did, but I didn't know, like, I'd go and I'd make the stupidest things and I just assume, I don't need a minion for this. They'll just come. Yeah, it was kind of stupid. I was really bad. Like, dude, I did not know how to properly grind. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that much has to be left. Okay, so that amount should be left open. And now we need a sign. So I should have a stick somewhere. Just one stick, that's all I'm asking for, dude. Dude, actually just... Wait, 2 sticks. Putting another one, putting another. Johnny Depp, 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 Johnny Depp, 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 Johnny Depp, 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 Johnny Depp, Depp, Depp. I do only need 1 stick, bruh. Johnny, yep, yep, Johnny, yep, 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 Johnny, yep, Depp, Depp, Johnny Depp, 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 Johnny Depp, Depp, Depp. Johnny Depp, 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 Johnny Depp, Depp, Depp. Johnny, Depp, Depp, Johnny, Depp, Depp, Johnny, Depp, Depp. Okay, one in the middle. Now, if I go and I just find this, I really hope that this AFK farm works. If it doesn't, I'm actually be mad though. Like, bro, I can see that they're in an old version of Minecraft though. So. No, actually. It looks like it's gonna work. But when you actually go inside, it doesn't work. Yo, what? Yo, what though? Like, how though? Like, I'm kinda shocked. Kinda weird though, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie over here, I'm not a liar. I'm not the type of guy to lie, bro. Bro, I'm kinda sus. Kinda sussy, dude. Johnny, Depp, Depp, Johnny, Depp, 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 Depp. Johnny Depp, 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 Johnny Depp, Depp. Do not tell me that's a fart talisman. I had a fart talisman the entire time. And that's my farming talisman. These are all of my talismans. What the flip? Yeah, that's all my stuff. Why do I put that in there? Okay, let's see. Okay. So, okay. Johnny dip dip dip, Johnny dip dip dip, Johnny dip dip dip. Oh, brother. It's not rotating like that. I'm gonna need another bucket of water. I'm gonna need another bucket of water. Bucket of water. Water, Irina. Water. I said it. Wait, what? It's a fishing festival. Midday, bro. Oh, yay, I got my interest. Yes, daddy. But why is my mana gone? Why is my strength gone? Why is everything gone? Why am I lagging? Oh, brother. This guy stinks. Oh, brother. Bro. It's gonna come up with a thing that says, technical difficulties. But actually, let me open the anchor already. I need to withdraw. Yes. Bro, actually though. No, just. But that's actually so. Are you trying to ruin my life? Okay. This should now be what? can't even figure out how to make a real AFK. I can't even figure out how to run my AFK phone. Bruh, am I actually lagging this bad? Bruh, I'm not lagging this bad. You can't lag. Bruh, how high is my ping? How much ping do I have? I don't even know how to check how much ping I have. Bruh, the ping though. Bro, the lag though. The horrible quality of high pixel Skyblock though. Like, bro. First the game is like super laggy and now it's still super laggy. Even though I went... Just bro, literally everything is disappearing off of my screen. Literally, I can break, bro. That's how high my ping is. Literally break blocks, that's how high my ping is. I should just relaunch Minecraft, dude. Oh, you have to update your launcher. That's the reason they released a brand new version of Minecraft. West Virginia. What do you call people that live in West Virginia? Virgins. Let's go. Why am I being sus? Stop being sus. Subject. 100 subs. She had 100. Oh, should I leak my password? Joking, guys. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. Just kidding, Why did I even go to... fight with daddy. These nuts be so big and chunky and chunky and chunky. Finally. Yeah, my friend keeps telling me that I'm in financial debt. Is that like an insult? If he's insulting me, I think he's just making a joke. Like, dude, I'm lagging it. Okay, so now we need to find a builder. This builder NPC. Okay, so that's Taylor, that's town. Farmer John. West Virginia is full of virgins. I don't even know what a virgin is. What is virgin? What is a virgin? Well, I'm pretty sure I'm a virgin. If that's what it means to be a virgin. Yeah. Lumber. Lumber. Do you mean my butt? My butt is a piece of lumber. Wood. It's the builder. It's Bob the Builder. It's Bob the Builder. It's Bob. It's Bob. It's Bob the Builder. Bob, you are so cool. Yo, Bob the Builder. Do. I just scammed your. I would have bought it for 10k coins. But you sold it to me for 12 coins. I scammed Bob the Builder. Wait, what? My one extra Jerry packed his stuff and left? Nah, it's tripping. What extra Jerry? I didn't even have an extra Jerry. By the way, I think I know how to duplicate Jerry's now. Do it later after I finish this. Yep, that looks like it's gonna work. And it should be able to... Nope. It cannot. This cannot get more stupid. Just wide. Okay, if we go and we break into here. Yeah, here. Yes, an infinite water source. Yes, I'm about to have an infinite water source. So I can just do everything. Oh. Yes, I have infinite water. Whoa, wait. Does that mean I can just infinitely sell water? That at NPC for free without putting any effort in? Nah, it probably doesn't work like that. They probably patched it. No, the patches, no. Personally, I just think that the admins work too hard to fix glitches, like these OP glitches and like duplicate items and stuff. Like, I think they work too hard. At least let them get paid more. I'm joking, dude. They probably get paid like as much as they can, because if they're paid too much, then Hypixel won't be able to run itself. Yo, what though? Like, why is this actually kind of working? Bro, what the fuck? But how do I make this work? How am I gonna make this work? Seriously, it's not working. Okay. So let's see if you just put it like that. Okay, I think that's how it's meant to work. Yeah. West Virginia. Bruh, no way though. Like, bruh. Bruh. Actually, why do the admins have to do that? There. And it should have rebooted. It's rebooted, right? Yeah, they rebooted. There we go. Hey, yo, what? How did I do that? Bro, actually, is it not gonna let me AFK? Yeah, probably. How am I gonna fix this now? Bro, actually, just let me. I hate these slimes. Okay, and that should be under. Nope. Yep. I'm literally trying to save you guys from drowning so my minion can kill you slowly. Actually, oh, one of these guys just making me. And now I have slime. Yep. There we go. Jerry. Bro, is it actually not gonna let me? But I'll just cover up all the source blocks. Boom. I did it. Wow, guys, right? So cool. Wow. I could have just done that in the first place. Okay. So this is how I meant to do it. Yes. Bro, did I just ruin it again? Okay. But just to make sure that nothing goes wrong, No. No, you're dripping. Dang it. Man, how am I meant to do this now? If only this one would go. Bruh. And now it's going that way. Bro. Nope. Bruh, my stupid guardian pet. Bro, is this actually like... No. Bruh, so that works. Huh? But now it's gonna send you that way. So, yeah. If I just aim it to shoot you that way. Whoa, 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 yeah. Okay. So that one cannot work. It's because both of them are flowing in there. It's all coming together now. It's all coming together. We just flow one of them only would work. And if my stupid Guardian would move out the way, then it would also work. See? But actually though, no. Stupid fucking Guardian. Stupid fucking Guardian. Stupid fucking Guardian. I actually hate this. I hate the fact that I can't AFK. Bro, most of the stream is literally jumping. Bro, I hate this. I hate this Guardian pet. I actually hate it. It's stopping me from placing the block. Bro, fine. This stupid Guardian. I might just stop using the Guardian because it's ruining everything. And that didn't even help. The Guardian only helps when I'm doing something very specific. And now there isn't even a water block there. If we were to flow all the way here, if I were to place a surf block there, how would it work? Yeah, it just pushes me away. Okay, I'll just put a block there. My stupid... Bruh, is it because there's a slime under it? Now, if I go... No. If I just... If I go ahead... I'm gonna grab the sound, I'm just gonna... You know, I'm just gonna